Right, today guys we're on East Loch Lomond at Cashel Forest, Millennium Forest for 1,000 years, where they're holding the Clanscape 22 bash, Beltane bash 1st of May. A lot of activities going on in here. We've got charcoal making, smoke haddock, coracle making, lots of other bits and pieces. I'll show you when we get a wee bit further in.
Hi there, my name's Andrew. I'm working with Hushwing Rangers and I'm here doing charcoal burning today. So we've got a small ring kiln going on here, which is a more traditional method of making charcoal than we would use today, but not quite as traditional as the earth burns that we do. So we're a bit of a halfway house. We're hoping we'll get some good charcoal out of this. And the idea is we want to be burning wood in here, very low to no oxygen, to reduce it down to the carbon, and then that charcoal can be used for all sorts of things such as drawing, such as fueling fires, or the most popular modern day use of charcoal is having barbecues.
Hi guys, my name's Sam Hartland. I run Outlaw Bushcraft and Survival. I'm up here today up at Cashel. We've got a bit of an open day up here and just explaining bits and pieces that are going on. I actually run adult survival courses and family bushcraft days, as well as navigation training up on the hills overlooking the beautiful Loch Lomond. What we're doing today is just taking little ones through basic paracord making, and we've actually been doing survival shelters up the top there, using tarpaulin and being able to get about and being able to do it safely.
And you're just a girl. That's better than anything. So they would weave the tweed at home, and then when they took it off the loom, it was still quite rough. You feel that? And it's quite rough if you wanted to make a pair of trousers or something, or a jacket out of it.
I'm Rox Madeira, and we are making herbal plague bags. So they would use them in the medieval ages to keep away the plague and to keep away diseases. So inside here there are herbs, and they would either hang them around the neck or hang them on their belts, and they'd have a wee sniff to keep away all the miasmas. So that's what we're doing. So we're just using bits of felt and then putting these various herbs in the middle and then just tying them up into little bundles.
I make Viking Age costumes. So the beads and chains would be between my brooches when I'm not working.
Hello, we are Annie and Jenny from Stories of Scotland podcast, and we've come here to this wonderful Beltane celebration to tell stories and fairy tales and myth from Scottish history and mythology.
Yes, Beltane is such an important day in the old Gaelic calendar, and I think being able to celebrate it in such a special and beautiful place and surrounded by people bringing this history to life, it brings an extra edge to any of the folklore that we tell.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we have been doing a podcast now for 3 years where we look at the history, nature, heritage and mythology and folklore of Scotland and try and bring as much of it to life as possible and fit it with the modern day so that it can continue to grow and be passed on through the generations. Yeah, you can find the podcast on any platform, Spotify, Apple, or any of the smaller ones.
We're called Stories of Scotland. It's available at www.storiesofscotland.com.
Would that be yummy to eat?
I hope so. Either that or it would be great to wear as shoes, as I said, because sometimes I overcook them.
Are we allowed to eat them?
Not now, but we'll cook it and it'll be ready.
My name is Jordan. I'm from Dublin, but living in Perth the last almost 2 years at this point. But what I'm doing today, I'm using my fleshing knife and I'm preparing this red deer hide that was culled at Tom Breck last year.
Fabulous.
So what I'm doing, I'm going to be veg tanning this one with oak bark tannins. But what I need to do first to let those liquid tannins get in and preserve the hide.
Yeah.
But first I need to get rid of all this flesh and fibrous stuff that's underneath the backside of the skin. And so by doing that, or by using this, I can just peel it off. It's actually quite satisfying, to be honest.
I'm Alex. I'm part of Hushwing Ranger Service, which is an independent ranger service. And today I am introducing everybody to the art that is wool dyeing and wool spinning and weaving, so everything that has to do with natural fibers basically. So I've got lots of sheep wool here, I've got undyed wool, I've got natural brown wool, I've got all the dye stuff, I've got some plants, and I've already have dyed wool over there. The first one here is a brew out of tree lichen, so I'm not quite sure what kind of color that gives me, but I will strain it off soon and see what it will become. Actually, I might put that a bit closer to the fire to get it really nice and hot. And then the second pot I've got here has mushrooms in it. So that's called Dyer's Mayskill. So Dyer's Mayskill is a mushroom that grows on trees. It is already quite yellow when you pick it, and hopefully will give me some kind of orangey, earthy brown color. It's in an iron pot that is full of rust, and the rust will give me an extra depth to the color. Whereas the lichen is just in a stainless steel pot because the lichen will have enough tannins and enough color pigments in it to just attach itself to the wool by itself.
Cakes today. So we could always go and get some honey from Honeyman. And we could get your butter.
My name's Emma, so I'm doing some pottery today. So this is a hand-built pot made with a technique called coil pottery. So it's where you make sausages of clay and then kind of smooth them all together.
Yeah.
So this is the way people would have made stuff back in prehistory. So it's kind of the Bronze Age, Iron Age technique.
Hello everybody. Yes, I'm Fraser McKigney, as Davey says, and this here is a bit of Cashel pink from Dumfries and Galloway. It's sandstone. It's quite a soft sandstone. It's the first time I've carved it. It's hard to get stone in Scotland nowadays. I had to go down to Berwick and Tweed and get this off Hutton stone. I also got some Swinton grey and some Locher Briggs red off them when I was down there. I don't have those stones with me today. I've just got the Cashel pink and the Killaloe buff. This is from Fife. And what I'm trying to do is get people contributing to the carving of these what will be directional arrows. I'd like to build many round tables, but it's not about me. It's about the people.
Okay.
It's about the tables being built by the people, for the people. If we think about Arthur, Merlin, Camelot, everybody wants a bit of Arthur. The Cornish claim him, the Welsh want him, the Northumbrians believe he's one of their own, the Bretons. The Scots have got as much claim to Arthur as anyone else, but Arthur's like the wind. We don't know if he really existed. But what we do know is that the symbolism behind the round table is what's captured the imagination of ordinary men, women and children for centuries. To have a voice, to be counted in rather than counted out. The symbolism behind the round table is what I believe underpins our national psyche. Freedom, democracy, equality, personal and collective responsibility. I believe the symbolism of the tables could be better used by society. I think it's time we built the tables. I think we should represent the regional geology on the surface, from the chalk cliffs of Dover all the way to the Lessian Gneiss in the north. We should be building forums for 1,000 years, places where the people can meet the people, where the old can sit down with the young, where we can start to accept responsibility for what we're doing here. It's time for change. Most of my communication is when I like to look people in the eye, but I do have a Facebook page that's in its infancy, and it's the round tables. The centrepiece of the table will be a round circular slab that you can lift every 50 years, and you can take a stainless steel vacuum flask out and you can read the proclamations from the people 50 years earlier.